Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. So I thought in today's video I'm going to give you guys an update of what we've done so far in the house since we moved in. And if you watched the last video, home tour video went up, so you guys would have an idea of the layout. So let me get into showing you guys what we did so far and our upcoming project. So at least let me list on what we going to go in order. Maybe. So if you're new, my husband and I were just bought our first home. So we are very much so excited. It is a fixer-upper home, a 1980s build, so it is still kind of on the fair new side, but still needs some cosmetic upgrades. So that's going to be our project. That is where my channel is going to be geared this year, upgrading, remodeling, redecorating our home. So if you're new and you want to stick around for that, hit that subscribe button, because that's what we're going to be about this year. I mean, because it's our first home, people. You know. Anyway, so into the video with our upgrades. So I do apologize right now. I am sitting right next to the window on the second floor, and we're getting a lot of wind today, testing out a new mic that is picking up fairly much of everything. So if you hear background noises, that's the trees and the wind brushing. Like, this is our first second story home, so we're discovering all type of new things. And one of the things my husband already know that he has to do is to seal, like correctly seal the windows on the second floor, because we shouldn't be hearing all this. Nah, man, like when people trying to sleep and you hear whistlings because the air is getting through some crack. Yeah, so that's a future project. Okay, so when we bought our first home, we bought it in last year, 2021. It's kind of weird saying 22, but 21. We bought it in November, and I did upload a video on where I've been and the updates about that, as well as the home tour that went up last week. So the first thing we did when we got into the house, my goal really was to make sure the kids' room were livable. So I did, in the home tour, you saw the layout. The smaller room, my daughter, she picked that room geared toward that room. The bigger room on the second floor, aside from the master, my son picked that room. So the first thing we came in to do was flooring, and I started in my son's room. So we went with peel and stick tile. It is more cost effective. It was quicker to do. It's actually fairly easy to do. We did go back and forth about carpet or all that stuff, but the idea was to try to get in the home as quick as possible, because we really wasn't loving the situation, the temporary situation that we were in. So anything that was going to speed up the process to get us in here, because even though we bought the home, it was 2 whole weeks before we actually got in the home, because I was trying to make sure that the home was livable, cleaning, disinfecting, laying out, the whole shebang. So we started with flooring, and we started with painting in my son's room, and then I went over and did my daughter's room. Now the flooring we went for, like I said, was a peel and stick. I think it was called the gray ash, and when we started laying on the floor, yes, it looked really good. Like, we had a few people that came in here that actually thought it was real wood, because that's honestly how it looked. It is fairly easy to do. The only difficulty about dealing with peel and stick or any tile is cutting around corners and certain angles, and the whole second floor is unevenly level. Like, I don't even understand how to even tile the floors, because it's that bad uneven. It probably would be better carpeted, which honestly I think that was the original floor plan carpet, to kind of hide all that stuff. And when I guess the previous owner ripped up the carpet, then they noticed how uneven it is, and then smacked another level of tile over it that was more uneven. Anyway, so we did the flooring in my son's room, went with that floor plan, and then I wanted to paint his wall. Now for the designs in the room, I wanted every back wall in every room to have some type of a design on it, because when you walk up the stairs, honestly, those are the walls you see if the doors were open, those back walls. So I wanted those walls to have some type of design on it. For my son's room, I went with more geometric design, which I kind of wanted for a while to do, even when we was in our previous home, but I never got around to doing it. So that's kind of why I chose to do his room first, because I kind of wanted to like get right on it. So I did a geometric design with tape. He sticked with his color grayscale. I mean, my son don't really have a whole decor mindset. He just wants to be comfortable, if I could be honest. He wants his gaming setup and to be comfortable. So we went with the same color tone and everything, which that's okay with me because there's less things I have to buy. And then when we went over to my daughter's room, she went with pink like every other girl, but I only painted one wall pink. Originally, her design, she wanted her room to be pink and white, but the white that I had when I was painting the room, it was a semi-gloss, and we painted the house in a flat matte. There is a flat, but not matte, it's flat paint. And so the semi-gloss white wouldn't have looked good with the flat pink that we selected for her. So I just continued that same light gray that I'm painting in the house into her room and accent her pink wall. Now for my daughter, she made it plain that she want her style is more aesthetics, a little bit of boho. She's getting into that preteen stage, but still kid, don't want to let go. So she wants to evolve her style. So the one thing she's, Mom, I just want plants. I want a lot of plants, and I want it to be aesthetic. That's kind of how she said it. So for her wall backdrop, I went with the greenery vines. I had those on hand when I did a setup in my office, so I had a bunch of extras. So I did that just to have start off the greenery type of thing, and I thought to go back and put lights in it, but honestly, she don't like the temporary situation that we were living in. I kind of did a small little greenery over her bedding just so she could have a little comfort, and then I put lights in it. She only turned the lights on like twice, so I didn't put lights this time because I don't think she would use it. After I got done painting my daughter's room, my son's room, I went into painting the rest of the house. Well, the 80% of the house. The parts of the house that's still not left, that's still left to paint, is the kitchen, the office, and the master bedroom. Yes, didn't paint in our bedroom. Where I'm actually in the master bedroom, and this is the only room in the house that didn't have that green. And I don't even know what color this is. This is like a light peach or something. I don't know, but I'm not feeling it either. And my husband absolutely hated it, to be honest. He comes to me every time. It's like, I can't stand this paint. Excuse me. I can't stand this paint. When you're going to paint, or what color you're going to paint. Because this room is going to be a different color from the rest of the house as well. So, started painting on the rest of the house, went downstairs, and then I started touching up in certain areas to start kind of unpacking. We still have things in boxes piled up in our garage because I didn't want it to unpack in a room that it's not ready for it. It's not all in an area that wasn't ready for it. So one of the areas I had to get ready was the pantry. Now I showed the pantry in the home tour. It had oil stains, grease, a box or something cut in it, and I don't understand the ventilation in the house or in the kitchen because all of anything that sits, like anything that was a wire in all the pantry and in the linen closet, even in the laundry closet, they all had this sticky residue, like grease stick on it. So everything with wire hanging something, I had to scrub with the greases. So in the pantry, originally we wanted to just change it out, like take all the wire stuff out and put, wood or shelving in that. But I opted not to do it because we do plan on renovating the kitchen in about a year, just giving it a full renovation. And the estimate that we got, we quote, is a fair estimate, but it's going with a different design. So instead of keeping the pantry, we're probably gonna knock out the pantry and open up the kitchen space so that we kind of get an island type feel. So the pantry isn't going to be there when the renovation happens. So it made no sense trying to buy wood and do shelves and do all that stuff. To me, it didn't make sense. I'm a type of person, I don't like double working. So I will do a temporary make up, like what I like to call it, just for a visual effect. I don't want to see how ugly it looks. So let me make it up so it's visually appealing until I do what I can do permanently. That's just how I am. So instead of doing that, I went to the Dollar Tree, picked up some foam boards and some, what do you call it, the paper, contact paper at the wood grain, and I used that method and I made some full shells. Like there's a lot of YouTube videos of people that do it. I think one of my favorite ones I've watched was Do It on a Dime when she did it. So that's what I did, and I painted inside, cleaned it up, and then used those for shelving, and then went ahead and started unloading some of my boxes. And I did the same method in the kids' living closet, which I took a picture of, I didn't do a video of, and I did it with just black foam board. Instead of using foam board and contact paper, I just used black foam board since their bathroom is going to be black. So that's the method I went with the pantry, and honestly I like it. It's a nice temporary visual. There go that whistle. Yeah. So, now the next thing that we did, and now this was a 4 week project. We started on the kids' bathroom because, like I said earlier, I kind of wanted to get the kids' area situated, which were their rooms and their bathroom. So right now, their beds are in their room, their clothes are in their room. It's livable. It's not decorated. It's not, their whole room is not finalized, but it's functional for them. I still have to go in and get stuff to decorate, which I will do gradually. I just wanted them to be comfortable in their room. So we went into the bathroom and started work on the bathroom, which again took 4 weeks, and more so 2 of those weeks were waiting on product. We wanted to do the tub and tile paint, which we live in the state of Florida, and for some reason, around the time we bought our house, I guess a lot of people bought their house, and maybe a lot of people were doing the same thing, because that tub and towel kit couldn't stay on the shelf. We literally were stocking Home Depot, Lowe's for like 2 weeks, waiting for someone to get one. So we had one can and we started the process, but being that the color on the tile in the kids' room with that dark brown, we obviously needed another one. Now, I've watched a lot of YouTube videos and seen a lot of people use the tub and tiles, but nobody makes it aware how many you need per square footage in a bathroom. They always have this one can that they paint the entire bathroom with. So we bought one can thinking we could paint tub and tile with, and no, it's not enough. And especially if you have a darker tile, it's not enough. Now going back and watching more videos and doing more research and getting more extensive, the proper, not to say proper, but the easier way that we could have went with it was to prime the tiles with a primer first, and then go with the tub and tile, which I did not know, because I've watched hundreds, I wouldn't say hundreds, but I would say I went a straight week just watching video back to back on this tub and tile, different tub and tile kit, because there are like at least 3 different ones out there, and none of them said anything about priming. And I'm assuming that maybe because they were just doing it to brighten up their already white tile. But this would be more effective if you had like that old school pink, dark pink, that old school green, brown, then yes, it would be wise to prime it first. And you're going to see that. That is actually going to be the next week's video, uploading the finalized product of the kids' bathroom. I could actually say that, because that is right now, at this point, the only completed room in the entire house. It's the kids' bathroom. And oh my gosh, when I say a 360 transformation, that project was a motivation to do other work. Like, it was a rampage. I'm like all over the place in my house, because that right there, I'm like, ooh, yeah. But you guys, if you want to see that though, if you want to see the finalized video of the kids' bathroom, come back and let me tell you, we tried our best to be cost effective, because I tell you, it's money. Like my sister would say, it's shmoney, okay? And people don't just got shmoney sitting around. Listen, let me rephrase. We don't got it like that. We don't, okay? You see my channel. Well, I'm fairly new. I'm still a baby. And this YouTube thing, right now it's a hobby and it's for fun. I don't make nothing from doing these videos. I like it, so I do it. So we make our funds from going and working hard and coming home, right? So we have to take our projects one step at a time. So everything that we choose to do, and thank goodness most of it is cosmetic, it's going to be cost effective. So yes, it's going to be something that's probably could be typically afforded by the average person. And we honestly took, like I said, our steps. One of the things that I've seen people do and they talk about, because you can very much so underestimate a project by just watching a 20-minute video or a 30-minute video of someone start to finish completing the project. That's really not how it is, okay? It takes a while when you're talking about supplies, when you're talking about shipment, when you're talking about your personal time if you're doing this around your job. And for our case, that's what it was. Afternoons, weekends, whenever we can get the item. And it took 4 weeks to complete this bathroom. I mean, it's not even that big. So one thing I can say, or one thing that I offer, take your time. Your bathroom is going to be there. Your room is going to be there. Your house is going to be there today, tomorrow. As long as you're living, it's going to be there, and it's going to be there for you. Take your time. Do what you can do. You're doing it for yourself. So that is the update we have so far. There have been a few other things that I've done in the house. Like we did flooring on the main level. We did also went with peel and stick. But I didn't get the footage of the after. I do have the footage of the before, and when I'm doing the living room video, I will include that. But I don't have the footage of the empty room after we put down the flooring, and that was more so because we had movers coming in the very next day. We put in the flooring. So yes, you guys, I truly do appreciate the people that's been with me, stick with me, my subscribers that's been here. Thank you guys for the new subscribers that's been coming and found my channel. I think more so because of either the gamer remote and the Christmas videos. Those videos they seem like they're doing very well on the channel. So thank you guys for the newbies that are coming. Hope you guys can stick around as we go on this journey, upgrading, remodeling, updating our new home for us until we're ready to, take the next step. Who knows what that would be. But until that, you guys, I will see you guys in the next video, which again will be hopefully the kids' bathroom makeover. You guys are gonna love it. You guys are gonna love it. I'll give you a hint. Let's do a hint. So if you want to see the rest, stick around. Come back for more next week's video. Kids' bathroom.